boys in blue that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, number 17 in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines will put it away to start the game. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found. From the wideout. Hands it off. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
And the Buckeyes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Looking down the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And after the punt, that's where they'll mark it just outside the 30-yard line. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Makes it past the marker. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
They're going to ride this running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. What? And runs through another guy.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
Now they'll try the right side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Looking for a push on fourth down. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that first down. Nice job.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Hard running there.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you...
Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. To the air, it's Proctor. Spits it out to the back. He makes the grab. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. second down. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Lets it go to the end zone. That one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Quick release by the QB. And the 45 on its way. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Now the play fake. Pass is complete near the sidelines, but they'll lose yardage. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. He wants to change this route. He wants to throw it again. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Yates. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Buckeyes will try to pick it up on fourth down.
Here we go.
Tries to get it on the ground. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. To the air, it's Proctor. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for them.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. But the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going to run it. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the 1st down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
First and 10, they're down to the 25. They'll go to the ground. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Tight end now in motion. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Well, I think a big key to linebackers having success when they blitz is the timing. You see how perfect that timing was by that linebacker? It's almost as if he knew when the snap count was. Great anticipation.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This whole place is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Absolutely center cut. The lead now 6 here in the second. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Jacksonville State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Gamecocks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Kansas. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update. Breaks into the open. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. At the 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, and great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always matters. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
After that big pickup on first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And the Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Wolverines come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They want to run this quarterback. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
As a defense, when you're trying to stop the run, it's really as simple as just doing your job. You have to have gap integrity up front. DBs need to come downhill and fill, and the defense wasn't able to get it done.
And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Proctor. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes a grab right down the middle. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
They'll move the tight end. Go straight ahead. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Plucks it out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but you can't do it.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Intercepted for the 11th time. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
To the air, it's Proctor. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
To the air on 1st down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. The timing needs to be precise on those out routes, and the quarterback just gave him too much ground to cover.
And you got to know when to throw it. Right when he's breaking out of his break, you got to put that ball and put it on him. And you can tell the timing was a little bit off, just a little too much juice from the QB.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give out of the gun. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to get the first through the air. They're working that left side. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Big guy smells it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Just a few seconds remain in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll make it a 2-score game at 16-7. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Smith dropping to pass. The quick out. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. There he goes. Past the 1st down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game. And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Back to throw, it's Proctor. He's got it on the move. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. They'll go to the air. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range. Had a chance to maybe take some points off the board. That's a big play that we might circle back to later.
He slides that just inside the right upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He's bringing it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll give it to the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Catch in the middle. It's Turbin. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback. You're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man in the middle. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has, how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. Got a little space. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. That's caught. It's Jefferson. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He makes a grab. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try to race to the edge on 1st and goal with the wide receiver. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. Trying play action. Dances away. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike through the air for the score. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Jacksonville State is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in CUSA, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 12 over Kansas. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping... Just keeps moving! The Michigan offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. Touchdown, Wolverines. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Hey, good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The play action fake. They get to him as he throws. Picked off. Got room on the return. Stopped at the 44. The defense coming up with a big interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Wants to throw. It's Proctor. Going downfield for the big play. Incomplete and very lucky. That wasn't picked off, and man, can they have used that. It'll be second down.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed? That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll try to get outside. Got enough for the first. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of trying to burn this defensive back. Catch in stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball is thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And they did tack on the extra point. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's going to bring this one out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The give to the tailback. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. The defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Breaks into the open. The tag. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They'll go with the 5 wide outset on 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Unloads to the wide out. Got his man to the left. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw again. Under fire. Got his man on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He goes.